class, it's Mrs. Gilling back here again for your Lesson 1 video assignment. This is about your Lesson 1 focus notes and discussion. But before we talk about that, let's do the joke of the unit. All right, we're going back on your U.S. History A knowledge here. What did the colonists wear to the Boston Tea Party? Answer, T-shirts! Get it? Tea Party T-shirts. Oh, you guys know you'll love it. All right, let's talk about your focus notes, your first ones for lesson 1. So in this class, we're going to use the 5-4-3-2-1 method of focus notes taking. And this focus note assignment is actually give you some information that will help you do really well on your discussion that's coming up next. So for this particular focus note assignment, you're going to click here on your copy, and the copy will be right after this page. So right after this video, there'll be a page that pops up. The next thing, when you click your next button, the next page that comes up will be a place for you to download your own copy of this worksheet. And on that worksheet, there is a link to this video that you're going to watch. So the video is called The Triangle Shirtwaist Fire. While you watch the video and after, you're going to take a few notes. So you're going to write down 5 things you learned from the video. And I don't care on this part right here if it's super complete sentences, but you need to make sure you're putting enough information down to remember those things you learned. So you're going to write 5 things you learned from the video. That's your notes. Then you're going to write down 4 things you found interesting. These are your connections. Now, I know there's some of you that might be tempted to be like, Mrs. Gilling, none of it was interesting. I don't like history. 1, that breaks my heart, makes me sad. But 2, if you really can't think of anything that's interesting, the 4 things that were the most interesting to you, or the 4 things that were the least boring to you. So 4 things there. Then you're going to write down 3 things you learned that you plan to tell others about. This is your processing. So again, I'm not going to tell anyone about this, Mrs. Gilling. I don't want to talk about history. If you had to talk about history, what are the 3 things that you would tell somebody about from that video? Then you're going to write down 2 questions you still have. Again, if you're like, man, I don't have any questions, what questions might somebody else have after watching this video? Or what are some things that it made you think of, questions that it made you think of? And then after that, you're going to write a 1-sentence summary, and this one does need to be a complete sentence. So 1-sentence summary of the video. So if you had to tell somebody in 1 sentence what the video was about, boom, that's your sentence there. Here on the right side in these boxes, you're going to want to put up pictures or a word, something to help you remember what you put down for your notes. And you're going to actually do this focus notes assignment right after this video. You'll download it, watch the video, and complete this. So it'll be done there. You're going to use, and here's how it'll be graded. You get 25 points for writing down the 5 things you learned, 20 points for the 4 things you found interesting, 20 points for the 3 things you learned that you plan to tell others about, 20 points for 2 questions you still have, 10 points for the 1-sentence summary, and you get 5 points for including pictures, words, something to help you remember there on that right side. So it's all broken down there. Make sure you're completing each of those steps. All right, so like I said, that focus note sheet is going to help you with your discussion, and this is the discussion prompt. It's going to be all about the triangle shirtwaist fire. So first of all, when you do all the discussion prompts in this class, there's no reason for you to go to the internet and search it. Everything's right there for you. You'll have it in the focus notes assignment, and you'll have it in your course. So there's no reason to go to the website. If you copy and paste something from a website and you put it in here, I'm going to send you an email and say you have to redo it because that's technically plagiarism. So don't copy and paste things from websites. Don't even go to other websites for this assignment. You can find all the information in that video and in the course, like I said. Your discussions need to be in your own words. I want to know what you think. I don't want to know what the internet thinks. You can, however, refer to those focus notes for ideas, and they will be very helpful for you. So question number 1, how could more deaths have been prevented during the Triangle Shirtwaist Fire? You need to answer each of these questions in at least 1 complete sentence each. So question number 1 will be at least 1 complete sentence. Question number 2, what changes have come about because of the fire? So write a sentence answering that question. And question number 3, do you think the business owner should have been found guilty? Why or why not? That's your opinion there. So the important part there is really the why or why not. Give a reasoning behind why you feel that way. This is how you'll be graded. You get 30 points for explaining how more deaths could be prevented. Make sure, again, you're using complete sentence. 30 points explaining what changes have come about because of the fire. And then you get 40 points for that opinion question. So pretty straightforward here. So yeah, so you'll do this video assignment, then you'll have your focus note assignment, and then right after that you go into this discussion where you answer these questions. It'll take a little bit of time, but there's only 3 of these in the course where you do that system, and it's one in each unit. So it's not overwhelming, it's not too much. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. But other than that, good luck on this first discussion post, guys.